Hey everyone, I cover cryptocurrency, but Dogecoin specifically. I cover the Dogecoin news and Dogecoin technical analysis. And in today's video, we'll be covering topics such as Robinhood crypto's update. Yeah, that's always good to hear. Elon Musk and a furry friend. Hmm. Elon Musk, bacteria, Neuralink, and Dogecoin. What in the world do they have in common? Well, stay tuned and find out. But before we get to all that, do me a huge favor and subscribe, like, and share these videos so we can grow the Dogecoin community together. You came for the news, let's get to it. All right, it's April 9th, 2021. The current price of Dogecoin as of this recording is 614. And that is fantastic for the bulls. I am a bull myself, and I am happy to see this price here. Yes, it's not at $1 yet, but you know what? We're charging there slowly but surely, okay? So let's move off this and go into the topics here today. So Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood, if you didn't know already, and co-founder of the Robinhood app, he threw out a tweet, right, saying, "Much crypto rocket." Okay, and he's linking an article to his own company here, Robinhood, at Robinhood app. It's a big year for crypto. In Q1 2021, 9.5 million customers traded crypto on Robinhood Crypto. That reads funny, actually. Compared to 1.7 million in Q4 2020. Boom, explosion. Read about why crypto is core to our mission. Robinhood.engineering/how crypto, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's go there and check it out now. And by the way, why is it important here? So basically, we're seeing, let's say, about a 5x increase of cryptocurrency being traded on Robinhood. And why is that relevant? Well, guess what? Robinhood is free, but they get their money on the back end based on transactions through the clearinghouses. So, with that being said, with the increase of flow of traffic here, guess what? Vlad is gonna want to make some paper, aka money here, right? So, in order to do that, he's most likely going to hire more cryptocurrency developers. He's gonna expand the scope of the cryptocurrency market for Robinhood, and he will most likely make wallets as well, as he has mentioned in previous videos. So these are huge updates coming to Robinhood. I'm excited for it, and I personally like to trade on Robinhood. Personally speaking, I understand people don't like it because of the whole wallet situation, but for me, I'm just investing, so I'm not too concerned about the short terms, balances and dips and everything. If I can't buy for a day, that's okay. I'm not gonna trip about it. You can buy the next day for a little higher. It's not a big deal to me personally speaking. But I understand people here where they believe they're like the best trader in the world and they always buy the lowest low and they sell at the highest high. Hey man, if you can do that, good for you. More power to you. But I'm an investor, so for me, it's not a big deal, and I like the convenience of Robinhood in my wallet. Anyway, so let's go over to the thing here and check it out. The article here is how cryptos fit into Robinhood's mission. So this article here is actually quite interesting, actually. It's written by Christine Brown on April 8th. And how cryptos fit into Robinhood's mission. I don't see too many articles from Robinhood for the most part here. So the fact that they even have any articles is, I would say, pretty significant. So if there is no article here, it tells me that, hey, you know what, this is on the radar and it's gonna be big stuff here. So, Robinhood's mission is to democratize finance for all. That means increasing accessibility and crucially providing a variety of investment opportunities. I couldn't agree more with this because, I mean, I've been on many platforms. IB, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, what's the E something? I forgot what it's called. It's been so long already. But for me personally speaking, even trading with all those expert platforms, I still prefer Robinhood because it's so easy to do when I'm at work, I'm on break. It's so easy to do. All you need is a limit buy and a market buy. That's all you really need, right? Do you need trading stuff on all kind of jazz? Hey, you know what? If you're a day trader, sure, you might need those kind of things. But if you're just investing or doing a few trades here and there, Robinhood is more than adequate. The no frills about it. It's super easy to do in the palm of your hand. And by no means is Robinhood sponsoring me or giving me any kind of money or anything. I've just been around the block, and I personally prefer Robinhood out of all of them. Now, if I'm sitting at a desk and I want to trade on a desktop, okay, I may prefer something else. But I'm at work 9 to 5, and guess what? I can put my phone real quick, do it. It's really quick. I can get I can do a quick glance of everything. Now, if you're one of those more complex ones where you have more features, you're gonna need a bigger screen, right? And it's gonna be very convoluted on a little phone here. So, if you have ever used TD Ameritrade on your mobile phone, you will know what I'm talking about. If you use IBKR, you will know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this is not about which broker is the best. I'm just explaining to you my preference here. And the reason I'm explaining is because I know that there's a lot of backlash on Robinhood and cryptos with Dogecoin specifically. All right. But of course, if you are in day trading, you know, and and if you're the best person, well, guess I mean, if you're like one of the best traders in the world or something, where you could always get the bombs and tops like magically every single time. Well, you know what? You would not be using Robinhood anyways. You will most likely have a programmable bot ready to kind of do it for you, and you wouldn't be the demographic Robinhood is appealing to anyways. So with that being said, there'll always be haters out of any product, being made here. I don't care how good or how bad it is, there'll always be haters regardless. If it's good, there'll be haters. If it's great, there'll be haters. But anyway, so back to the article here. Different assets work for different investors for different reasons. We launched Robinhood Crypto to give our customers the opportunity to buy and sell cryptocurrency in addition to the range of assets offered through our brokerage, Robinhood Financial, which means they offer, assets such as, stocks like, Tesla, Apple, blah, 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 etc., Microsoft right here, right? And that's kind of why I also like Robinhood, because you can do everything in the same app. It's so convenient, honestly. You don't have to have multiple different apps and go here, go there, multiple different passwords. So, I mean, but let's get back to Argo though. So, since then, cryptocurrency has only continued to grow in popularity. This year in particular has been a big one. In the first quarter of 2021, 9.5 million customers traded crypto on Robinhood Crypto, compared to 1.7 million in the fourth quarter of 2020. So literally in 3 months, you saw an exponential increase, about 7.8 million, customers here. I mean, yeah, that'd be great if they all get their own wallets, but let's be honest here. Not everyone is a savvy investor. Not everyone understands the ramifications of having your own wallet here. I mean, yes, I understand you should have the option for it. Yes, you should be able to have it, but some people are just not very savvy, right? So it's I would say Robinhood is actually doing them a favor by kind of protecting their keys for them. But I understand on the flip side, there are people who would love to have the keys, on the other side, right? You would love to have your keys, and you know what? Robinhood should make a wallet for that as well. But they should give you the option whether you want to or you don't want to here. And at the time, like 3 or 4 years ago, when Robinhood first launched cryptocurrency, guess what? There wasn't a huge demand for cryptocurrency back then. I mean, there was some trading, but it wasn't very much though. So did it make sense for Vlad, the CEO of Robinhood, to be like, hey, you know what? Let's hire a bunch of people and implement all these things when there's none of, when there isn't the volume to support all the staff behind it to keep it going. So from a business perspective, yeah, it doesn't make sense to, right? And that's why they didn't, because at the end of the day, they're a business and they're here to make some money here, right? For their constituents themselves, their investors, their stakeholders here. So obviously, Vlad didn't find himself, right? He has many investors here, and he has to make savvy business decisions. But now with the recent explosion of Dogecoin, like in February of this year or January, I believe, it blew up and it grew up overnight. So yeah, there's gonna be some heart and pains here, and we have to be a little patient with it. Okay, that's what I believe, and I'm not too concerned about it because Robinhood is a great platform, and it's only going to continue to grow. You know what they say about reviews right here, right? You only hear the bad ones, but for the good ones, they don't say anything. So, and there's always a handful of people just making a big noise about how bad it sucks, this and that. If you don't like it, guess what? You can always leave, right? It's that simple. It's not about, hey, you know what? You're forced to use Robinhood, right? If you can find a better platform, by all means. I mean, this is not a platform review, but I personally have tried to get a Binance or Kraken or other ones here, and it has been nothing short of a nightmare to even get my account registered. You know, I mean, like, I think for Binance, the step 2 verification where you put your passport or driver license and you take a picture with your phone and app or something, and it doesn't even register. I did it probably like 50 times. You send support tickets, you get no response whatsoever here. I mean, yeah, Binance and Kraken are much better for cryptocurrency trading. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you can get it to work for you on a first or second try, hey, by all means, use Binance or Kraken. But for me personally speaking, my own personal experience using them to even get registered, it was so bad. I don't even think I would trust to put my money into it because if they won't even help me with getting my account registered or even activated, where I can funnel money into it from my account through wire transfer or whatever means they use, how am I going to feel about taking money out if I have an issue, right? To get the support. Hey, I have an account issue here. Help me out here. Again, like I'm saying here, this is my own personal experience here, and I'm a little personally turned off by it. But of course, there are many people who are having great experiences, and hey, by all means, keep using it, right? Just for me personally speaking, I'm like, I'm kind of good. I'm gonna stick with Robinhood and the other platforms that are not as I would say sketch in my opinion, where you can actually get a hold of someone even through email. They respond to you in I don't know, in a business day or two. I mean, again, it's not a bash on Binance or Kraken. They're doing a phenomenal job, and there's a reason why so many people use them, right? I just fall into the handful where I just had bad luck with them. So that's the way it works, and unfortunately, it is what it is. So back to the article now. Robinhood Crypto currently offers 7 tradable coins: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Dogecoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Litecoin. These are pretty much the biggest coins in the market here for the most part. Yeah, Dogecoin doesn't have the biggest market cap, but it has, I would say, the largest popularity. And I always say Dogecoin is a cultural cryptocurrency. It's a cultural phenomenon, right? Because memes are culture here. And I don't think it's going anywhere. They vary slightly, but they are united by the same general philosophy that underpins all cryptocurrency. Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, launched the currency in response of the 2008 financial crisis and as an alternative to big banks. All it takes to spend, trade, and store cryptocurrency theoretically is an internet connection. You don't need access to a big line of credit or startup capital. You don't even have to be awake at certain times of day to trade. The crypto market doesn't close. Crypto was born out of a mission to take power away from institutions and return to the people. And this is exactly what we're seeing right now, right? Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, Dogecoin. I have viewers from India, Asia, the Netherlands, Europe, Canada, South America. I mean, literally, I would say everywhere. And these people can buy these cryptocurrencies easily and from anywhere in the world. They aren't blocked by some kind of government regulation here. I would say yet. Because eventually, I'm pretty sure the governments will regulate cryptocurrency and everything. It's a matter of just when and how they're going to do that. Um, and these people have access to it now, right? And I've been saying it for a while now. These people in different countries, say third world countries, say they invest in Dogecoin, and for them, if it goes to the moon, for them, it can change their lives entirely. I mean, 10 grand in I would say a more impoverished country is life changing. They could buy houses. They could send their kids to school. They have running water, all kinds of stuff. In America, 10 grand, well, it may get you a few months of rent. But the point being is that cryptocurrency is open to everyone and anyone who wants to invest in it, as long as you have the means. And by the means, you don't need very much. You can invest with as little as $1 in say Dogecoin, right? $1 will get you maybe like what, 20 or 18 Dogecoin as of the price today here. I mean, just think about that for a second here. It's very, this is literally the people's currency here, where you can trade it anywhere you want and however you want. There are no markets in the sense where it closes at 4 p.m. or something, or 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 24/7. It's kind of like forex trading here, so it's very addicting in that same sense, as well. Our founders Vlad and Baiju have a similar philosophy when it comes to disrupting tradition in the finance industry and making it accessible to everyone. They were fascinated by blockchain technology and the promise it held in democratizing access to global payments. The prospect of an open and decentralized global financial system, one where everyone can have access to financial services, strongly aligned with Robinhood's mission. So democratizing cryptocurrency trading felt like a natural step. And it is. I mean, As much as people hate on Vlad and Robinhood, right? Before they came on the scene, there was no such thing. No such thing as no commission trading here. I used to trade, pay like $8 a trade or something, or $5 a trade, depending on which platform you were. And when I say $5 or $8, I mean that's each way. So if I do a full trade, that's $10 right there, or $16, depending on which platform you're using. Now, of course, if you're a whale and you have a bot, then yeah, you're probably paying like 0.00001 of a cent for a trade. But guess what? I'm not a whale, and the majority of people, the retail traders, are not whales. And when Robinhood came out, they literally tore down that wall. I mean, think about it. Why do you have $5 to $8 per trade? It's all digital. The computers do it. It's not like back in the days where when you buy a stock, they actually issue the stock and it gives you an actual piece of paper saying, "Hey, I own one share of Apple or something," right? It's all digital, So it made no sense. But they kept the traditional fees because it benefit these companies, right? But anyway, getting back to the article here, as with our products, our goal with Robinhood Crypto is to reduce barriers and offer an experience that's simple, elegant, and intuitive. I couldn't agree more. There are so many new apps now that follow the Robinhood I would say framework here. So obviously they're an industry leader at what they're doing here, and people are copying it not because they're jealous, they're copying it because it's fantastic. That's what people do. They copy each other. Look at Apple and Google, right? Two fantastic companies, but they always copy each other and they always hire each other engineers all the time. And you see the iOS and Android app and everything, right? They're very similar, right? The operating systems. I mean, they have their little nuances and little tweaks here and there, but if you use both, they operate on a very similar principle here. But there's still a but there's still a lot of work to be done. Since the beginning of the year, Robinhood Crypto Cream has already more than tripled. That's a lot right here, right? I mean, but then again, what's tripled, right? Maybe they had only two people, so now they have six. Of course, that's just being the cynical side of things right here, right? And we're continuing to grow. We've hired amazing people across engineering, security, and compliance to help us scale and build crypto withdrawals and deposits quickly and safely. Check that out right there. This last line right here. They've hired people from a security and compliance to help us scale and build crypto withdrawals. Withdrawals, most likely to me, probably translates to wallets, right? And deposits quickly and safely. To me, this sounds like transactions times, right? Sometimes when you go on Uniswap or whatever, you're going to kind of or Atom Wallet or something to do your like cryptocurrency exchange right here, right? When you do a buy and sell or a conversion, it can take a few hours or 20 minutes or 5 minutes to see that transaction reflect on your screen. And at the time, you're like, oh my God, did I do it right? Did I put the right address? And there's all these little things that kind of come up, right? If you do if you're doing a small transaction, you're like, okay, well, that's fine, no big deal. I'll get it when I get to it, right? But if you're doing a larger one, and you're like, oh my God, if you don't see like ding right away, and it says, okay, you know what, transfer completed, you have your new 5 Bitcoins in your wallet now, or you moved it from here to here, right? Or you swap US dollars for Bitcoins, and it takes an hour or however long that takes. It's not instant. You're going to be having stress and paranoid, and guess what? That is going to reduce the positive experience you have with that trade right there. Now, if you're a veteran and you're used to it, that's fine right here, right? But with most people entering crypto today, the new people, they aren't used to that. Everyone's used to like a text message, whoop, you get it right away. If they don't see that instantaneous transaction, they're gonna get hesitant, they're gonna get paranoid, they're gonna get stressed out, and it ruins the experience. And this is kind of why I would say Robinhood is kind of taking your time to kind of finesse those issues right there, because those things can make or break a person's experience onto a new product or platform. So I don't blame Robinhood for taking their time with this. I understand why they do it. But of course, there's always a flip side, right? Also, maybe he's just sitting on it. He doesn't want to do it. There are many angles here, but you gotta see it from a business perspective as well. Let's go over and check some tweets out now, okay? So at It's All Rescue, Elon may be getting a Shiba Inu dog soon. This is good for a hashtag Dogecoin. I absolutely agree. I'm gonna retweet this. I'm gonna quote it. Yes, this is fantastic for Dogecoin. Let's go. Little little Doge. His son's little X. Let's come little Doge in. I think that's pretty cool. And then Elon replies, looking at pups soon. This is great news, right? I like that Elon Musk responds to some people on Twitter about Dogecoin. To me, it just tells me, hey, you know what? This guy is the richest man in the world, has all these big companies here, and he still will give you, a 5 seconds of his time. 5 seconds of his time is maybe like 100 grand or something, right? I don't know how he's making per second, but I'm exaggerating here, but the point being is the man's every second is very expensive here, okay? So you have to understand that the fact that he even does this tells you how personally invested he is in it, right? There are so many people who don't even bother to tweet back or anything. But anywho, getting back to the article now, the next tweet here, Elon Musk, bacteria in nature, eating literal dirt, defying the physical limits of life. This is my third eukaryotic extinction event in the world. I'm not sure what the hands are, I forget, maybe a goal or something. Bacteria in the lab, not my favorite sugar. The pH is off by 0.001. It is tap water, I'm allergic. Well, and you see how Elon Musk kind of put on this little buff Dogecoin and weak, well, I won't say weak, but just a typical Doge, or in this case, a typical Shiba Inu here. Well, he's saying the nature ones are a lot buffer, and the ones in the lab are weaker because I guess they're grown in an environment where it's super safe, it's super no issues, it's very clean and super hypoallergenic. But of course, in nature, well, it's guess what? Darwin said it best himself. It is survival of the fittest. And by the way, this is more of I believe this is more of Neuralink. There you go. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there. There's more of a link towards his Neuralink thing, his Neuralink thing, where I believe there's a tweet or some kind of thing where he was giving Neuralink to a monk. Well, I would say a monkey, maybe an ape. I'm not sure, but basically some kind of primate for the most part, and they were playing pong with it. Okay, and I mean, think about that. Elon Musk has self-driving cars, right? He's making rockets, right? He's gonna colonize Mars, right? I mean, and now Dogecoin, right? I mean, look at he has transportation covered. He has a Solar City or Solar something for his brother's company that he bought for power, and now he has money now. Dogecoin, and I believe his brother is also creating a sustainable. I guess the word is hydroponic plants or for food. Like lettuce and all that kind of stuff right there. So literally, I would say the Musk clan has everything they need to colonize Mars and make it sustainable. They have food, they have transportation, they have the rocket to get there. And now he has satellites going around the planet Earth here to kind of make internet cheap for everyone. I mean, he has everything covered. He has everything you need for modern day society. You have the currency to move stuff back and forth. You have the transportation. You have the space transportation, right? You have the internet. You have food. You have power. I mean, literally, the Musk clan has done it all, and now he's gonna get a Doge dog possibly. So again, if you don't believe in Dogecoin, and if you don't believe in Musk, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. Those two right there is pretty much a no-brainer. And this will conclude the video today. And do me a huge favor, subscribe, like, and share these videos so we can grow the Dogecoin community together.